something that I've been struggling a lot with lately is using sales and marketing tactics because it feels unethical to me. It feels like I am knowingly psychologically manipulating customers into purchasing my product. Because you know who else uses these same tactics? Companies who exploit people, scammers, all types of bad people use these same exact psychological manipulation tactics, like using certain verbiage to make you feel a certain way. I would say that is a manipulation tactic. If it's done under your nose, under the covers, you're not aware of it, and the goal is to change or influence your behavior, then I would consider that manipulation, right? And I have a business, and owning a business requires doing advertising. It requires posting videos and selling your product. I think there's two very opposing personalities when it comes to creating something and selling something that you create, because there is the artist who is humble and just wants to create good artwork, and then there's the salesperson. And the salesperson has a massive ego. The artist is very humble. The salesperson is overly confident about their product. They want to sell you on all the features. They want to make you feel very good about buying their product. They want your money. And that's also kind of part of what seems morally damaging to me. No matter what, even though I am selling a genuinely what I believe to be good product that is helpful and, priced appropriately and everything, taking people's money or asking people for money, whatever, feels like I'm taking away hours of people's lives, like deep in my heart. If the average person made $20 an hour and I made $2,000 in sales, I feel like I'm stealing 100 hours of people's lives that they're never going to get back. And that just feels weird to me. Another thing is ad tracking. People don't realize that they're opting into advanced marketing tracking when they opt into cookies on websites where they can collect information about their demographics, where they live, how many kids they have, the places that they frequent, the websites that they frequent, their search history. There are so many things that just seem like if people aren't aware that it's happening, then it is, in my eyes, manipulation. I also see a lot of people who are very rich and successful as kind of evil. I feel like they have taken advantage of people and exploited people to get into the position where they are. And it is very rare to come across a situation where someone who is very wealthy has not done that. And if they haven't personally done it, people that they employ or they work for have done it. And when you're in the game of entrepreneurship and sales, you're playing a game that isn't fair. The system was built on people who didn't play fair. It was built on people who did exploit people, who are making ethically and morally questionable decisions. And it's just kind of the reality. And you're competing against companies and brands and attention from brands who are willing to use those manipulation tactics. They are willing to do absolutely whatever it takes to get your attention, to get your money, to have you be a repeat customer, to build a cult-like brand where you have built personal loyalty towards them. So you buy their products, or a symbol, like having their products is a status symbol. Culturally, it's just like it has me question, is there an ethical way to run a business? Is there an ethical way to actually do sales and have that massive ego and be overly convincing that your product is the best? It's kind of like you would wish that you could live in a world where you could just communicate and share good things and sell good things and people would just buy them. But when you're competing against people who are willing to do things that are manipulating in sales marketing, then you're going to lose and no one's going to come across your thing. I believe my product is good. I'm not scamming people. I try to do everything as ethically as I can, but for what I think it takes to level up this business, to scale it up and to get where I want to be, I feel like I have to take a moral hit to do it by giving in. And I feel like it's the slippery slope thing. It's a gateway into committing more and more just decisions that ultimately potentially hurt people. I also think, being overly markety, salesy, or whatever can be very harmful to people. It's just like when people buy things that are totally out of their budget. They buy an expensive car because the car dealership salesman was so convincing. Is it really the best thing for that person? Are you really being helpful in that situation? It's just, I don't know. I've just been thinking about this a lot lately and I wanted to share. And if anyone out there owns business, let me know what you think. Or if you don't, let me know what you think.